So what I've done is broken this down into 5 passes that the prompt's going to go through, because these are the things where I find you can systematically approach your answers to improve them. This is the kind of work that BJ and I do with clients, is that we do help them understand these type areas and then work with people to get better answers. So this is applying AI to try to do that for a pass of that when you want to do that across a series of interviews. So it goes through the questions that were asked, it pulls out those questions, so that you can start looking at what does a typical makeup of some of these interviews look like? Is it attached to like the hiring manager or the recruiter or case studies, those kind of thing? What kind of questions are they asking? Are they behavioral? Are they theoretical? Are they case studies or use cases or product sense or practical applications, that kind of thing? Then there's the mechanics. So the prompt is built to give you sort of a did you pass or did you not? And this is setting some guardrails to say there is a definition of what a good answer is. Um, what I've put in here is what I would often coach someone, and it's less of a rule, more of a guideline. But when you want AI to give you an answer, it's better if you just make it more strict, so it can say yes or no, as opposed to just letting it give you a score between 1 and 5, and it'll typically say 3, which is sort of it copying out and not giving you an answer. So this kind of gives you sort of a pass or fail. Um, and then the altitude is where when you apply for a role, it's really easy to answer the question in the way that you did the work at the current level. It's where people struggle the most, is answering it at the level that they're applying for, because they've been operating so much at the current level, or they're very comfortable with the tactical because it's very concrete and they did it. And they're not quite sure how to tell the story at the right altitude. So this is a check of, is it too high? Is it on par? Is it too low? And so it's going to check on that. The focus part is where you can provide the specifics of what you'd like to work on. So maybe you have a certain area that you feel weak on, or that you are don't have the confidence of, you're like, oh, I don't feel like my numbers are coming across very clearly, or I don't feel like I'm taking ownership. I use a lot of we language. So like I like to tell people in product, we use the royal we because we did this and we did that, but they're not hiring my whole team. They're just looking to hire me, and I need to make it really clear what I did. And that's not just a product problem, by the way. This is anybody, right? We tend to want to share credit for a lot of people. And in an interview, you can still do that, but you need to make it clear the impact that you brought. And so that's one of the examples. And then the triage sort of sorts it out of, what are your strengths? So keep doing those things, don't lose them. What are the things that you did just fine? And those are sort of, you can keep doing them, but if you choose to edit them out, whether it's for length or conciseness or clarity, that's totally fine. And then there's the gaps, which are the things that you're missing and you should work on. And it's not going to overload you with the gaps, because if you ask AI to like pick it apart, it can create a long list of things looking for perfection. We're not looking for perfection. We're just looking for progress. And so that's what we're going to kind of talk about. Then we're going to actually do this. But yeah, so that's our approach here.